All right, you guys have mentally hung on with us this long, so let's bring up the man of the night, everybody, the birthday boy, Randall Sugar Bear Moore. Woo!
Greetings, all you filthy fucking animals. Yeah, I want to give a special shout out to everybody that came from places that they didn't have to be here to see me. I appreciate this shit a lot. Give a big shout out to Joseph Rogers for putting this on. If you guys don't know, follow his page on Facebook, Instagram, Comedy and Kitsap. This man does an amazing job. He does the flyers. He does the producing. He makes merchandise. Buy something or you a bitch if you don't. And, let's have a good time tonight, right? It's my fucking birthday, man. I'm 34 years young. I figured I'm gonna tell a couple of coming of age stories. And then the rest of y'all are gonna hear the same bullshit I say every week. We're gonna start out easy. Tell you guys about the time I got my first erection. Then I can recall. I was a latchkey kid growing up. We grew in a place called Missouri City, Texas. First couple years of my life. That's Houston, a suburb, the place where the white people didn't live. So my parents used to let my older brother babysit me. My older brother had a fucking friend, next door neighbor named Rashad. And Rashad had an older brother who was like 25 because black people have kids a lot. Well, Rashad stole a pornographic tape, a VHS. I feel like everybody's old enough in here to recognize what a VHS is. Brought it over and stuck it in. Well, young impressionable Randall had no idea what the fuck I was looking at. I'd never seen a titty in my motherfucking life. And that shit popped on and some magic just started happening down here. What was this tingling sensation? Was this Christmas magic? I had to be informed. I had to ask the older people what the fuck was going on. So I stood up, my brother and his friend sitting on the sofa, and I dropped my pants and said, "Hey, look at my wee-wee." And these niggas started throwing shit at me and yelling at me, and I panicked and I ran off, ran into a wall, smashed my wiener into my shit. I think it was the only time I've almost broken my penis in my life that I can recollect. And I just took the fuck off. Until I hit puberty, I couldn't get an erection without thinking I was about to get my ass beat. Let's see, I'm gonna tell you guys about how I first learned about homosexuality. Again, this story is involved with my brother. My brother was my first fucking superhero. Like people say your father, no. My brother was my first goddamn superhero. I watched this motherfucker beat dudes' asses with a broken hand for me because I was talking shit. Got stung by wasp nests because I was fucking with it. Got his finger chopped off because I like sharp shit, what I'm gonna say, you know? But my brother was also my first tormentor. I was like the beta test of my brother for shit. He knew that shit. Some Uncle Lawrence, sweet dude, love him. And we used to go spend summers with him. And he would let us go to his gym bag when he would come home from work and collect all the extra change. And so we started with academic. One day he comes home, drops his gym bag off, and we start just going through it. Well, we pulled out a couple magazines, and only one I remember, and I will never forget it. It was called Nasty Naked Latinos. And it depicted a bunch of Latin men with the genitalia out. In various poses. Well, my brother being the asshole he was, I was like, hey, when Uncle Lawrence comes back, walk up and ask him, what is this? I was like, okay. So my brother stood around the corner, and he waited, and he was just watching and lurking. He knew what the fuck was gonna happen. And so my dumb ass walks up, innocently enough, with it behind my back. I'm like, hey, Uncle Lawrence, what's this? He wasn't out of the closet yet. His eyes got big as the fucking moon, and he snatched it from me, rolled it up real quick, and smacked me over the head with it, and goes, that's my friends, and just skedaddle. Fuck. I had no idea what the fuck was going on. No fucking clue at all. Coming of age tale number 3. I'll tell you guys about the first time I almost lost my virginity. I know, right? It's like any male growing up, you know, getting some pussy was like the brass ring of existence, right? You know, that was like the end of the, the be all. You know, after I actually got some pussy, I was just like, this is nice. You know? I was the last one out of all my friends to lose my virginity, and so I was pressured. And I grew up in a fucking, a small-ass town called Willis, Texas. Willis, Texas was like 95% black and then me. And so everybody thought that the one black dude in town, he must like the black chicks in town, right? So my friends would always try to hook me up with the most ratchet of black women. I was in high school at this point. And my buddy hits me up, he was like, yo, Amber got this friend named Kanisha that she wants you to get with. And I was like, okay. It's over, I'm gonna pick you up after work. I'm like, all right, cool, nigga. Don't bring this bitch to my work. You know what this motherfucker did? Brought that bitch right to my fucking work. I was like, fuck it. I get off, hop in the back seat of my friend's truck. Conveniently enough, they set this bitch next to me. Mind you, I had no idea about fucking. I didn't know shit about what the fuck I like. But this bitch was experienced. She starts asking me what I like, and I was like, oh, I like it when chicks suck on my finger. So we get back to my buddy's girlfriend's place, whose parents didn't give a fuck about her because they knew she was a slut. And she has a bed and a sofa in her room. Well, my buddy and his girl hop right into it, start getting down. Me, I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh my God, this bitch is gonna eat me. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So then she pulls out her fucking breast. And I will say this to her credit, they were probably the biggest, firmest breasts I've ever seen in my fucking life. And I was like, those are titties. And then my infant instincts just broke in and I started sucking on them. We fooled around. And I decided we're gonna fornicate. So I started, dealing with her, just getting in there. And my brother always told me one thing. He was like, check the scent. That shit stuck in my brain. And I brought the shit up to my nose, and immediately I went, And then I just sat up real tall. Y'all cannot describe what this thing smelled like. It was like a combination between ammonia, shit, urine, and maybe like a rotting skunk. So obviously I'm not throwing it in there, but I was trying to think. And I sat in the sofa and I was like, think, Randall, think. And she goes, what's wrong with you? And I said, my stomach hurts. And let me tell you, this nasty bitch grabbed the same hand I just stuck in her funky ass genitals and started sucking on it. Yep. Yep. I'm gonna tell y'all though the most gangster shit. This is how I knew I had a goddamn best friend. The most gangster shit my friend did. This dude was in there, fucking balls deep, smashing. And I'm looking at him because I rode there with him. And I'm like, fuck. I need this nigga to hop out there. So I picked up a shoe and I threw it at his ass. And he's still stroking. And he looks back at me and said, what's up, man? And I was like, hey, bro. It's like fucking 1 o'clock in the morning, you know? You know we gotta go foreman, right? And he goes, oh yeah, you right. Hop straight out the pussy. Puts his jeans on and his boots, and we got the fuck up out of there. Oh, man. What's up my racist at tonight? What's up my racist? I'm a racist in the house. Say, hey! None of you? None of you? None of you guys are all angelic. I know at least 10% of this room voted for Trump. At least. Shit, man, I'm fucking racist, man. I don't know if you guys heard about that fucking dude that got killed being where he wasn't supposed to be. About those people in that foreign tribe. Anybody? No? You don't have to watch the fucking news. Well, anyway, there's a tribe, untouched. People don't fuck with them. Dude said, you know, I'm gonna go see what's up. And he took his ass out there, and they fucking killed him. And you know what the world said? Well, nigga, you should have been stepping over there in the hood, nigga, you know? And you know what my first thought was? Fucking white people. And I was so wrong because it was a fucking Asian. It's a goddamn Asian. Hey, how about you shut the fuck up, Raggedy Andy? Let me tell the jokes. You drink the goddamn beer. Oh, man. That is my friend. Fuck him, no. I'm saying that though because racism is everywhere. It's in us. You know, people always say black people can't be racist. It's a fucking lie. My dad is probably the most delightful racist you'll ever meet in your fucking life. He's taught me a lot of fucking good shit about white people. Like, don't trust a cracker. Don't trust a redneck. Don't trust a crack-ass redneck cracker. Don't trust a nigga, because a nigga might not be your nigga. Nigga just might be a nigga. Thanks, Dad, for all that life advice. One thing I can't stand is whenever black people can't take racism coming back the other way. I was in Tacoma Mall with one of my boys a couple weeks ago, and he saw this fine-ass little Asian chick walking by. And he goes, hey, what's up, Ling Ling? And she turned around and goes, nothing much, small. And this motherfucker had the nerve to get offended. Shit. Oh, man. Yeah, man, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we're living in an age where people can't mind their own goddamn business. Like, people just want to bring you into their own bullshit, you know? You know? And there's like a lot of, like, just feeling guilty and trouble for no reason, you know? I was standing on the street waiting for the ferry one day, or getting ready to walk to the ferry, and this white dude approached me, tapped me on the shoulder and said, hey man, I have to apologize to you on behalf of all white people. It's like, chill out, man. You don't gotta do that shit. Get the fuck out of here. And he's like, drink the fucking beer, I'll tell the fucking jokes. I digress. I'm like, man, you don't gotta do that. You know, it's cool. He's like, no. I have to apologize to you, man. And I love people that look like me. I apologize to people that look like you. We owe you so much. And I was like, well, cool. Give me your wallet. And then this motherfucker called the cops on me, man. I'm facing felony attempted robbery charges right now. God damn. Just can't mind their fucking own business, you know? I was in Winco, and I happened perchance in between these two women that had baby daddies who equally weren't about shit, as they would say. And they're arguing back and forth. And so, like an adult, I decided to mind my business and take out my phone and play some Pokemon Go. I'm trying to get a Charizard in this bitch. So I wound up meeting a chick in front of me at the end of the register. And then she looked at me and she was just like, thank you. You guys have a good evening. She looked at me and she was just like, you look no good. I bet you got about 2 or 3 kids that you ain't taking care of. And I was like, whoa, ma'am. You put that shit on me, goddammit. I take care of my motherfucking kids. I pay for 2 abortions. Anybody here like telling hookup stories? Anyone? Yeah? No? I'm talking about hookup stories, you know? Like, not like fucking your wife, but like hooking up. You know, it's like a trophy for the fucking night, you know? I love telling hookup stories to my boys, man. Fucked up thing about it, you know, you always have like the same kind of friends. You know, there's always a few different ones. You know, you got your one friend that doesn't get laid often, and he tells the same story over and over, and then your friends just finish a sentence for you. It's usually me. But usually I'm just like, yeah, man, you know, I was hooking up with this chick, man. I took her home. You know, she started sucking my penis. I turned around and started clapping them cheeks, and it sounded like a round of applause up in that motherfucker. And then my friends just cut me off, and they're like, let me guess. And then she turned around and sucked the soul out your dick. I'm like, God damn, how'd you know? How'd you fucking know that happened? You got your far-fetched homie, you know? Your far-fetched homie is the one that always tells stories that are so outlandish that you're so confused that if he's ever been laid in his goddamn life, you know? It's like, yeah, I was walking down the street in Seattle, and I saw 5 bad bitches in the window in the hotel, and one of them was hanging out, waving a hanky at me. And she was like, you want to come here and fuck 5 bad bitches? And I was like, shit, my dick's hard. And so I moseyed on up there, and when I got there, only 3 of the bad bitches were bad, so I was like, get out, 2 bitches. And 2 of them just left. So we start getting down, right? And I'm fucking one. One's feeding me grapes, and the other one's feeding me, making a sandwich. Then sandwich bitch and grape bitch freak out, swoop out. And now grape bitch is making a sandwich, and sandwich bitch is feeding me grapes. And then sandwich bitch walks over, and she's like, here your sandwich. And then I'm just like, bitch, cut the crust off. It's like, that shit didn't happen, did it? That shit did not happen. Oh, man. Hey, I love y'all. Y'all are fucking my shit up right now. This is what you're doing. Oh, man. All right, last one, and I'm fucking done. Took my friend, my good friend, Gay Tony. Me and a few of my boys took him out on town. And this night, I learned that I'm perfectly fine with kissing a man if you're bigger than me. And I think you can fuck me up. Gay Tony was leaving the town, and we took him out for some booze. And this motherfucker knew that my weakness was alcohol. He approached me and he's like, hey man, you want a beer? I'm like, yeah. We walked to the bar. He's like, you want a shot of Patron? I was like, the fuck I look like, nigga? Set him up. Motherfucker hands me my beer, hands me my shot, make sure my hands are full, and he just kissed me in my goddamn mouth. I didn't make out with him nothing. He sniped me, you know? And when I tell this joke to like a heterosexual crowd entirely, there's always like one or two dudes just like, I would have fucked him up. I would have beat his ass. I'm like, no you wouldn't, nigga. No you wouldn't. Gay Tony is like 6'5", built like a brick shithouse from the Bronx. That motherfucker kissed me in the mouth. It took me 2 seconds to process that shit. Oh, this motherfucker's big. I'm just gonna take this L. The most disrespectful part about it, as he squatted down and stared me right in the fucking eyes and went, you just kissed a man, nigga. And he just tried it off. Hey guys, thanks for coming out, man. I'm Randall Moore. If you ain't tipping a jar, tipping a jar. Tip your bartender. Thanks for Joe and everybody coming out.
Keep it going for Randall Moore, everybody. Yes! Love Randall. Great dude, great dude. And thank you very much for everybody who put something in the tip jar tonight for the comedians. I'm all going to be able to hook them up a little bit, so I appreciate that.